Well, if anyone out there is looking for a gift to get their child or man-child, I think I've found it. The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. So Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds is a new Zelda game for the 3DS, but it's not a third-person 3D-ish Zelda game like we've had since Ocarina of Time, except Phantom Hourglass and things like that. This is an overhead Zelda game, and all I heard about it was, if it's not a sequel to A Link to the Past, it's a Zelda game that's in the same style as A Link to the Past for the sake of nostalgia bomb. Either way, I was like, I'm getting this game no matter what. So I got it. And I'm happy. Yeah, if you played A Link to the Past, you're gonna be right at home with this game. It's the same style, it's the same world setup. It does have enough differences to make it its own game, though. The thing that irritated me at first was the Zelda theme wasn't the Zelda theme. It was like this really subtle, nice town music version of the Zelda theme, and I was like, is this gonna be the way it is the entire game? But the more you progress your quest, the more the Zelda theme plays until it's just full-blown. You're just like, yeah, Master Sword, motherfucker! And you're on your Zelda quest. You feel like a child again. It was like A Link to the Past. There are some impressively new elements in it. First of all, the big thing in this game is that Link can phase into the wall and become a painting, and you walk along the wall to get to certain things and areas. And when I first saw that, I was like, that might just be some wonky mechanic they're using for the sake of having a new mechanic so they have an excuse to make a new Zelda game that's like A Link to the Past. But no, it's actually a really cool, good, well put together, well thought out mechanic in a Zelda game. It's one of those mechanics I always forget about because it's a new mechanic in a Zelda game. So I see areas, I'm like, I don't know how to go. Oh yeah, I can phase into the wall. Then I'm gonna go get the item and it would all work out for me. Another thing, this to me is the biggest thing in the entire game, is that every Zelda game had its dungeons and you sequentially beat them in a certain order. You beat 1 and then you go to 2 and then you go to 3. Unless you play A Link to the Past, in which case you go and forge the sword and get all the items and you go back to level 2 with your beefed out Master Sword and you just waste that boss because we all did that. But the point is, you do beat the dungeons in the order that the game intends you to beat them. This one is like, here are all the dungeons, go wherever you want. Beat them in any order. Yeah, you get the special items from this guy who rents them to you for 50 rupees, or you can buy them for a few hundred. You rent them, and then if you die, he'll take them back and you have to re-rent them. But the fact is, friends, I never died in this game. I don't know what game over looks like. I'll say that, the game is a bit easy because it plays like A Link to the Past. And my friends, that is my childhood. And if you rent all the items for 50 rupees, you're out a few hundred, and by the time you die, you have made a few thousand, so you just rent it again anyway. It really behooves you just to get everything. That's actually really cool. My friend and I beat the dungeons in a different order, so I had different items at different phases in the game. I had my Master Sword beefed out before he did. He had this before I did. And if you're the nostalgic type, I know, all right, here it is. I advocate this game on the premise that I truly believe it is a good standalone game that you can get. If you've never played A Link to the Past and you play it, you're like, that was fun. For nothing else, if you have a friend who's like, the Zelda games are so long and those dungeons, oh my god, the water levels. The water levels, I'm not playing Zelda. You can give them A Link Between Worlds and be like, this is a bit shorter, a bit easier to play it, and he'll like it. For the rest of us out there, if you have played A Link to the Past, if you are attached to A Link to the Past, I'm telling you friends, this game, at a point, nostalgia, it's like that. And it is excellent. And of course, you don't just beat the game, you gotta find all the secrets, get all the heart container pieces. There are a couple of heart container pieces, I'm like, I'm not getting those. Why? Because I suck at wonky mechanic baseball games and that race is stupid. That's why. That's simply why. The reason I like A Link to the Past and A Link Between Worlds is that it's the pacing. A Link Between Worlds has more dialogue, more story-based conversations than A Link to the Past had, but in the end, the pacing is really tight. You talk to a couple people, you go on your adventure, here it is, now you're in the adventure. You're in the Zelda game, go nuts, go crazy, have fun. I will say, in terms of items in the game, this game is lacking. Usually in Zelda games, you're like, look at this slew of new shit, except for the boomerang, because they all have that, but look at this slew of stuff, it's awesome. I haven't seen that, and that's cool how that works. That's cool how that works. A Link to the Past had a lot more items in the game. We're like, where's Aetherquake and Bombos? I would love that. This game doesn't have stuff like that. I wish it had more extra items. If you're used to Ocarina of Time and Skyward Sword, you'll be like, these dungeons are pretty simple. So are the bosses who are the caretakers of the dungeons, but it would make sense if it's an easy dungeon, it's gonna have an easy boss. But I still haven't beaten that stupid baseball minigame, so there is that. In the end, The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds is a really good Zelda game. It's really fun to play. I think anybody can pick this game up, play it, and be like, I had a lot of fun with that game. Objectively, if I'd never played A Link to the Past, I would tell you it's a great game. You should pick it up. It's fun. But since I'm me, friends, I'm just telling you, The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds is awesome-tacular. I love nostalgia. I love Zelda. When they come together, It's like peas and carrots again. So The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. Have you played it? What'd you think about it? And if you haven't, what's your favorite Zelda game? And if you have a favorite Zelda game, why haven't you played A Link Between Worlds? Whatever your thoughts, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.